Hey everybody, welcome to Chewing the Fat with Rollin Picker. Got So get this with me tonight, but this isn't going to be like a regular So get this. Not going to be really interviewing anybody. Didn't get anybody lined up. I see David, the car boot picker, stop by, and he'll be watching us tomorrow. I'm glad he's okay. Hi Cindy Y, you're new here. Welcome. Hey Darlene, how's it going? Sonia, Jennifer, Barbara, glad you all could make it. Um, as you probably noticed in the title, it was a big shout out. Hey Angie and Lynn, I will give a few more people to come in before I do the shout out because I'm hoping the guy that I'm going to shout out is going to be in here. We're going to do a shout out, and I'm also going to do a small little rant and share something that I learned. So I'm going to share it with you guys. Hey, Candace, and Angie. I think I said hey to Angie, Trader Ventures. Glad you guys could be here. If you guys see anybody in here you're not familiar with, go check them out. Check out their channel. See how they're doing. Painting the Roses Red, Becky. I want to thank you, Becky, for the birthday card. It was a nice surprise. I really enjoyed it. All right, we've got Scrap and Irish in here. Peaches is in here. Selena's in here. Immortal's in here. Shelly's in here. Victorian Lady of Elegance. Hello. I don't believe I met you somewhere. That sounded pretty cool. Victorian Lady of Elegance. Got to have to check her channel out. So I'm going to leave the chat. What'll happen is I don't turn the chat off. I'll leave the chat on. So if you guys want to come back and you see anybody that's new in here that you've not met before, go check them out. Go check out their channels. Hello, Tammy's Homestead Life. Okay. The shout out that I want to give is to a young man, a 9-year-old entrepreneur. And, you know, guys, how I'm always telling you to step outside your box, go check out other channels, see what other people are doing, what's going on outside of the reselling community. And like I got Angie there hooked on the paranormal sites because it's pretty cool. Some creepy stuff that goes on there. I've been watching the Bigfoot, and being a diesel mechanic and heavy line tech for Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep, I kind of follow the automotive industry or the trucking industry. And I ran across this site or this channel, StarTravelers. And what it is it's a trucker, him and his family, and they go places. And you can watch them driving across country, and just go check them out. I'm going to put the link, matter of fact, into here. I hope I got this. I can do this right here. I'm trying to multitask, guys. You know I do not multitask well. So it's TriStar Travelers, and I know my spelling's not going to be too great, and grammar. There's no autocorrect in YouTube. There's their channel. I would like you guys to go check them out because as I was watching the videos, I got down to this one video and I met their son JJ in it. And what JJ was doing is he's running a merch store. Now, this is a 9-year-old guy, 9-year-old kid, JJ. And it's kind of, I guess, I don't know if it's a project or what, but I watched the video. I watched him promote it. I saw he does all the designs. He runs the store. He takes care of the store. I think mom and dad kind of like make sure it stays up and that the orders go out. But, you know, I collect baseball caps. And so I was going through and I saw this nice snapback and this little emblem right here. JJ designed it. And I said, I got to have that cap. So when I bought the cap, I know that Angie likes to collect coffee cups and coffee mugs. She's got a slew of selections of them. And so I got this coffee mug for Angie there. And it's nice. It's got, it's multicolor. They have this with a blue inside and a blue handle. So I got her this coffee mug. They have different, JJ's got different styles of caps. He has the trucker style cap. You can get this like with a red or black. You can get them in different styles. And I was just impressed with this young man. You know, it's not often you see parents getting involved too much with their kids. Mostly when kids go to school, they let the school babysit them. and then the after-school programs babysit them, or they're latchkey kids, you know, and they don't get much. They don't have much involvement. Now, I'm fortunate that Angie and James are very involved with Lily. I'm very involved with Lily, and we try to teach her things and bring new things into her and give her a little more responsibility. So I kind of saw that also in JJ and the way his family works. So I want to make sure that JJ gets this huge shout out. I hope they come back here and they check it out. You guys need to go over and check their channel. I've already put the link in there once. I'll put the link in here again. It's to TriStar Traveler, and there'll be a video in there about JJ's merch store, and you can't miss it because it's got his face on there. He's got a big smile, and I just want to give kudos to JJ, kudos to his family. You guys are killing it. Go check them out. Like I say, man, get out there outside the box. You would be surprised at what you see out here in the community and what you find, and show some love to the TriStar Travelers. And check out their store, man. They got cool stuff. I mean, really cool stuff. I would have bought more, but as we know, my daughter has me on a not only on a diet of food, but a diet of spending. Because I would have bought up all the hats in different colors and stuff. So I had to pick out one, and I really like this one. I like the black and gray, and it's a snapback, and it's a really cool cap. So go check them out. I want to make sure you guys know. Go check them out. And if you check out JJ's video, give him a thumbs up. Let the young man know, you know, that he's doing a good job and that y'all is impressed with him, because I'm totally impressed with him. So thank you, JJ, and thanks to his family for bringing up a straight young man, teaching him business, and getting him started young so that he'll be able to do it when he gets older. All right. So now, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do, if I don't have a guest, I'm going to try to do a shout out every Saturday. So be on the lookout for that, because there's a lot of, not just the channels in the little community that I'm in, but there's a lot of other channels that I've been watching and enjoying as I'm working. I can play them up on my big screen. Oh, it's not a big screen, but it's big to me. I can put them up on the television up there, and so I can watch them and still work on my laptop while I'm here, and I can stay informed and see what's going on. So go check them out and start enjoying what's out there in the YouTube world. Now, I know I said I had a rant, but it's not really a rant. If y'all have noticed, I just got a video, just got it up, and the title's like, I think the title's like how to take the thunder or the wind out of the sails of a YouTube troll. And yeah, I said the T word, troll. This is going to be a rant. I know Angie's seen it, Sissy's seen it, James has seen it, but when my granddaughter comes into my room after she works her butt off putting up a video on her Shopkins or her little squishies or how to do it. I mean, she's 9 years old. Like most kids, they're not perfect. But when she comes into me and she says, "Hey, no, did you watch my video?" I said, "Yeah, baby girl, I watched it. I really liked it. It was pretty good. You know, maybe next time look straight at the camera. You know, just little cues, little advice." She's like, "Okay." I said, "Anything else?" She's like, "Yeah. I got a thumbs down. Who hates me?" You know, and I told her, I said, "Hey, baby, nobody hates you. It's probably, like I said in the video, it's probably somebody just slipped, some kid or somebody just slipped, hit the thumbs down by accident when they meant the thumbs up, didn't know that they could retract it and do it over again." I said, "Don't worry about it." So she said, "Okay." So being the type of person she is, she's really not paying attention to it. But it had me thinking. It had me thinking about what's going on. A lot of people, instead of using the thumbs up and thumbs down as, how do you say it? What is it? What's the word I'm looking for, Angie? Constructive criticism. They're using it as retaliation. Now, look, I know I probably pissed off half the YouTube world. I pissed off a lot of people. I stepped on a lot of toes. I mean, God, I probably messed up a lot of things. And you know what? That's life, and that's how it happens. And I've had it happen to me. But like in Lily's, considering Lily, she's 9 years old. I know who she subbed. I know who subbed to her. I know who's the grown-ups, and I know who the kids are. Because we're very active in what my granddaughter puts up. Her parents are very active in what she puts up, watches the chat, looks for troublemakers, very protective, which parents should be. So I think to myself, well, I don't think it's a kid, because what kid grows up being vindictive or just being nasty? You know, they learn that from their parents, but I'm not thinking like a 9 or 10-year-old would be like that. You know, I don't think they are. They're still innocent, and that's the way they should be. They shouldn't learn about how bad the world is until they start getting to be a teenager and a little older, to where they're going to be going out into the workforce and having to live on their own. So with that said, I thought, you know what, I got to do something, because in a way, even though it's not bothering Lily, it bothers me because it's cyberbullying. And the fact that it's coming from an adult. And I have that feeling, like I say, because I know who subs to her. So I went around searching on the internet, looking around on YouTube. I even typed it in Google and popped up a whole bunch of videos. And I came across this one video, and it's in the YouTube, in the one that I just posted. I mentioned it. This guy had like 50 likes and 235 thumbs down. Now, come on, man. I mean, I look at that. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but when I look at that, I go, man, there ain't that many haters out there. You know, there's another channel that I watch that I see them always getting pounded on. I always see them getting pounded in negative, or he has a guest on and it gets negative, and I watch. And you know what hurts me most about that is this guy is a veteran. So I see it going around the YouTube community. Doesn't matter who it is. You piss somebody off, you don't like how, or they don't like how you look, or they don't like the way you talk, they don't like the way you're talking about things, or who your friends are, or you pissed them off, fine. But I decided I'm not going to give any of them, even on Lily's channel or my channel. I don't know what James and Angie are going to do, but I decided I'm not going to give them that opportunity to present their thumbs down to the world, because they can got enough balls to come in and say in the comments, hey, your video stinks, or your audio was crappy, or your camera kept flickering, or the lights went out, you kept talking, or I fell out of bed and I'm still talking and I'm not in camera shot, you know, stuff like that. So instead of doing that, what do? They figure, you know what? I hate the guy. I'm just going to give him a thumbs down. I'm going to let the whole world see that he got a negative. Well, no, you're not. Because you go watch that video and I show you how to change it. Like if you look at the video now that you're watching, you're going to see a like and a dislike. And what I've done is I've hid the count. Now you can still see the count in your own analytics. Google still counts that as a positive engagement, whether it's negative or whatever. But I'm not going to let no troll or anybody who's got their panties in a wad, or someone who thinks that I'm being an SOB, or instead of taking it out on me and typing in the comment what they don't like for the whole world to see and know that, well, there's not really a problem with the video. Obviously, this person hates someone, or going and taking it out on my granddaughter. I'm not going to let you guys bully a 9-year-old. And you're certainly going to bully no 62-year-old, because quite frankly, I don't give a crap. But you know what? I'm not going to let your dirty work be seen by the world. So this is to all you out there, all you trolls, all you people that know who you are. You can come by and hit that dislike button all you like, because ain't nobody going to know you hit it. Ain't nobody going to know. The only one who's going to know is me when I go back and I look at my analytics. And I kind of can figure out who's doing what and what not. There's a way. You can't pinpoint exactly who it is, but you can get a general area of demographic. You can find out who it is, if they're on a mobile phone, if they're on a laptop, a PC, a tablet. Oh yeah, you can. You can see what country they come from. So I know that I have subs that are in the US, Canada, England, Ireland, Egypt, Australia, because it shows them. It shows where all my subs. So I know most of the people that are subbing to me. And I can tell you right now that the last time I looked, all of the thumbs down, because it'll tell you your thumbs down came from the US. And they either came from a smartphone. It was split in three sections that was almost equal, that they've been coming from either a smartphone, a tablet, or a laptop. So that narrows it down. And then it's just summation, you know, figuring out, well, it might be this person, that. And I'm just telling you guys right now, because it's going to be a very short video, because I basically wanted to promote that young man. And I don't want to see that young man end up like my granddaughter did, getting something that he shouldn't get because somebody's an ass. Okay? And I don't mean to ruin his moment that I gave him, but it follows up. This follows up with that. So I apologize to you, JJ, and I apologize to your folks, but it's got to be said. And this is the opportune time to say it. So just, guys, just know that you don't have to put up with the butt heads. You don't have to deal with them. If it doesn't bother you, let the thumbs up and the thumbs down stay. You don't have to hide it. I do hide it. And there is a movement, a protest or a thing going on where they're trying to get him to either remove the thumbs down, because it's not being used as a constructive criticism now. Like I said, it's a retaliation tool. So like in the video that I did, Dia, I mean, who doesn't like Dia? I mean, I could probably pick out a couple of people. But other than that, 2 thumbs down? Come on, guys. 67 thumbs up on that video? 2 thumbs down? Really? So, whoever, how many ever, I don't know. I don't know if it's more than 1, 2, or if it's a group of you, or somebody that like wants to be liked by someone else, so they'll go out and do their dirty work. Man, you know what? Grow up. Yeah. All right. There's too much division in the community, whether it's reselling or it's about automotive or it's about fishing or ghost hunting or Bigfoot or kids doing their thing. It's time that we start policing each other up, man. And if you got a problem with this video or you got a problem with this chew to fat this time, I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to make everybody happy. You can either unsub or you can just sit there, grab your coffee or whatever it is you're drinking and smash the dislike button all you want. Because quite honestly, ain't nobody going to see what the hell you're doing. So it doesn't bother me a bit, Other than that, I really don't know what else to say, other than check the people out that are in the chat. If you haven't checked any of the new people out, man, go check them out. See what they're doing. And go check other people out. Learn about what's out there, man. And, that's basically what it is. I know I don't watch the chat that much, even though I have it pulled out. I see we got Josie's in here and Lisa, right? Flipping crazy. It's Lisa. I remembered. Dawn, what's up, girl? Treasure Hustlers are in here. Come down, track down our. I know you guys. Okay, hey, I know. So go figure. I mean, you can't track them down, but you can kind of get the area. I think there's a video out there that shows it. How to find where my thumbs down are coming from, or something like that. And the guy just shows you how, and he shows you how to do it. And what it does is it just takes it down to an area. It doesn't pinpoint who it is, who's doing it, the IP or none of that. It just gives you a general area. So like I say, apparently the people in Egypt, England, Ireland, Australia, and Canada like me, I think, because they haven't showed up any thumbs down. It's all the US butt cracks that I'm having issues with. But let's remember one thing, guys. Leave the kids out of it. Okay? They got enough trouble growing up today compared to when I was my granddaughter's age at 9. Angie, when she was 9, she had her own set of problems, and different. And that today the world is a much different place. And we should be protecting our kids, man, and not exposing them to this crap. So think about I don't want to put it all on the kids, because you should think about the kids, but good God, man, we're grown-ups. Pull your big boy pants, your big girl pants up. You start acting like a grown-up. Set the example for others. I'm 62 years old. I've seen enough, done enough. Man, I've hurt enough people, and I've been hurt enough. If you want to know how to do it, Dia, I just put the video up. It's let me see if I can get the link to the video. I just put the video up. It's real. Angie, you want to talk, try to get this?
It's not just that. It's drama in all the niches. Dollar Tree, haul videos, resellers. I don't care what niche you're in. There's drama everywhere. The thing is that people put their drama out everywhere. If you can't handle what's being said in chat, you can't handle what's being said in your comments, then you don't need to be on YouTube. This is not a place for you, because you're allowing the whole world into your life, into what you're doing. If you can't handle it, I'm trying not to cuss. I'm being a good girl because this is not my channel. If you, this is tough. If you can't handle it, just don't do YouTube. You know, like I've said to other people, people that I stay in contact with all the time, I've been on YouTube for a very long time. I've done videos since 2013, before lives were even invented on YouTube. And I got some hate comments and I got thumbs down. But you know what? I'm still kicking, and I'm coming back doing videos stronger than ever now. So you can't allow thumbs down or negative comments, because you can take care of those negative comments, but you can't allow that to render doing something that you have a passion for, getting on YouTube, doing videos, allowing people to see creations that you make. If you're a crafting niche or jewelry niche or reselling, I mean, all sorts of stuff, you know. For my daughter, okay, the reason why my daughter started doing YouTube is she saw other kids doing it, and she subs to all these kid things that open toys and do DIYs, and she enjoys it. And I just tell her, be yourself. And when I give her constructive criticism, because I give her constructive criticism, she takes it and each video becomes better. So when I first started, I got constructive criticism from, we're talking about YouTubers who have 50K plus followers, okay? Back then, they were pretty big. They're not so big now because you have to have like 1 million subscribers. But they would email me and they would tell me, Angie, do this. Look at the camera more. I have an issue with looking at the camera. I want to make sure I'm in frame. That's why I don't look at y'all directly when I mean to, but I don't, and I still don't do it. Talk a little lower. You're loud. I'm Italian. I'm loud. Can't help it. But they taught me how to better myself in my videos, and it helped me, and it's helping my daughter. It helps my husband, because my husband still has issues. I do it to my dad. He's in the next room. Dad, get a better camera. Dad, we got to fix your lighting. Dad, you sound muffled in this video. I don't like your thumbnail. I mean, I do that to him all the time, and he fixes things. It makes his channel better. It allows people to be to come in and engage with you in your life. So, I mean, but the thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down thing, it doesn't bother me. You're giving me a thumbs down, you're engaging in my video. There's a reason why you came in. Whether you watch for a minute, you watch for 30 seconds just to hit the thumbs down, doesn't bother me. Creative criticism, correct, Debs. You know, or people say, you wear the same shirt in the same video all the time. You know why? Because I am a full-time caregiver. I'm a full-time mother. I'm a full-time wife, homemaker, nurse. What else am I? I do work at my other job once a month. And when I'm able to get my videos down, I do it back to back to back to back. I will knock out 5 or 6 videos in one day and have a month worth of videos. And I got comments about that, emails about, well, you wear the same shirt all the time. Well, it's because this is how I have to make my videos. And I'm not going to, and it'll say in my, I think I did it in my, I'll have a Walmart haul come up on Monday, wearing the same dang shirt I wore in my Dollar Tree video that I put up today. And I did say something about, why should I change my shirt just to do laundry, just to keep adding to my laundry, because I do everybody's laundry here. I'm a laundromat as well. So, I mean, I get it too, but I keep trucking. I have followers. Lynn B's been with me since the very beginning. Sour Candy Queen has popped into my lives before. She's been with me from the very beginning. These are supporters who have not left my channel. So I must be doing something right.
Yeah.
Whether it's wearing the same damn clothes over and over. Shoot, you might see me in my uniform from work. I get home at 10 o'clock in the morning after getting up at 4:30 in the morning, going to work at 5, be home at 10. I got to get videos done. You might see me in my uniform, which I have a couple of videos where I am.
Yeah, I remember those.
You know, there's people don't understand what's going on behind closed doors. So,
you know, Anita's right. She makes a good point here. You have to have thick skin and handle all kinds of feedback with YouTube, and it's not so much the feedback. It's the, I guess, instead of, okay, it's real easy. I think Angie will agree. It's real easy when you're sitting, but when you're a creator or you're the watcher. Okay, you're either the one creating the product for the viewer to view. So on either end of that, you're just staring into a computer. You're staring into a camera, and the other one is staring at a monitor. And it's different than, like, if I got bad service. Oh, I think you remember. I think you remember the story about the Indian dealership. I got some bad service at one that wasn't in my town. It was in another one. And I ended up taking a day off from work and driving over 100 miles, go down there and tell them what I thought of their business. I mean, I was ready to burn the place down. And the guy, from what I understood, he has some bad feedback, like through Yelp or whatever it was back then in that time. He just didn't care about his customers. All he cared about was the money. So I went down there. I raised a lot of heck. I got blown off. And the next thing I heard, I mean, I don't know what happened, but somehow the dealership changed. The guy ended up getting run out of town or something. People were like posting online. They were happy. I mean, it's different if you're face to face and you have an issue, because I guarantee you what some people think or what some people say online would never say it to somebody else's face. Never. Because there's a little bit of coward in all of us, or a little bit of not wanting confrontation, or a little bit of like not wanting to cause any waves. But when you're behind a monitor or you're on a keyboard, all of a sudden you got all kinds of muscles and you got a big setup, kahunas, big pair, and you just type away, and it's like, hey, what are they going to do? Come after me? Well, you know what? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, but I mean, there's a lot of nut jobs out there that, get into a car, drive 1,000 miles and beat the hell out of you. I mean, there's people that'll do that.
And Vanessa said something. She said, but we were talking about children and they are in a dangerous place here. We aren't going to change the hearts and minds of bad adults. That's true. With that being said, my husband and I allow my daughter to be on YouTube. We monitor everything. My husband monitors all the stuff that comes in behind YouTube, whether it's a comment, He fixed the up and down for her, whether it's a comment. He reviews all of that. And if he don't like your comment doesn't go up on her video. He is very protective. We are very protective of her. It doesn't matter if it's on YouTube or if it's out there and somebody comes along and takes my child. It's the same thing. But we monitor everything on her YouTube. Everything. My husband is very, and I told my husband before that, because he was like, let's put her on YouTube. You know, she's got a great personality. She loves to do DIYs. She loves to watch doing the blind bags, you know, cooking and, you know, making memories. And I said, I was hesitant at first. Yes, I was. And then I was like, why am I going to take that creativeness that my daughter has and bottle it up just for me and my husband to enjoy, when there's kids out there who watch YouTube videos and who see the creativity behind some of these kids, whether it's making slime or whether it's cooking or making her red hot peaches or making, I think she did a video, it's not up yet, of stuffing stuffed animals. I mean, why am I going to take that away from my child? So,
Yeah.
and her creativeness, I mean, she's an only child. I don't think she'd be on YouTube if she had a sibling, because she's very caring and she'd be playing with her brother or sister. So she's very imaginative. She's very creative because she's the only child. So that's how I look at it. But yeah, we're very protective. And I think out of all the people in this house, I think I'm more protective. I'm the overbearing mama. I am more protective than anybody else in this house.
Yeah.
So, you know, but she does. She'll sit here and she'll take I'm like, don't talk like that. Be yourself. Be your normal self, like you are normally in the house. Your crazy self.
Yeah. You know, the thing that when you say it's a dangerous place and you wouldn't let them on YouTube, you got to think. Kids nowadays, I mean, even when after Lily was born, I mean, there's kids that are like a year old doing stuff on tablets, and it's that day and age. You just don't let them. You just don't let the device babysit the child. So I don't see a harm in using the devices or using the technology that's out there to enhance either our lives or our children's lives. So I wouldn't be afraid to let your child go on there, whether you think they're too young or not. You'd be surprised. I watched this. I'll have to do since this is a good subject. We're talking about kids. I'll have to do maybe next Saturday. I'll bring up that young girl's channel. I follow her dad. I believe that's her dad. His name's Papa Lucha. She does Funko Pops, and she collects stuff. You know, I mean, and so she shares her collection. It's a young child sharing her collection, and this girl has over 2,000 followers. And you talk about, well, it's not a safe world. I don't think there's 2,000 pervs looking at her. I think there's 2,000 people, and part of them are kids that are like into the Funko Pops and all the other stuff. So you have to get out of that frame of mind that around every bush there's a pedophile. I mean, they're out there, but as long as you watch what your kid's doing and you're involved in it, that's just that hedge of protection. That's just another bit of security, a little bit of a gate around them to keep them protective and allow them to still use the technology, show them how to use it, show them how to be responsible. And my thing was, I just didn't think Lily had to deal with trolls, just with somebody who's got a bad attitude or who hates her grandfather and decides, well, I'm just going to go punish her.
What did she do, though, when she came into your room? Because I'm here 24/7. I see everything. I hear everything. after you said that, she shrugged her shoulders, and this is to take care of Vanessa's question or answer here about negative on her. You know what she did? She shrugged her shoulders and she said, okay, that's cool.
Yep. After I told her it was probably a screw up or something or whatever, you know, don't let them bother you. And she's like, okay. But at first she came in, it was like, why does somebody hate me?
Yeah.
Who hates you? Well, I got a thumbs down. I don't think they hate you. You know, and it was trying to find a way to explain it. I mean, how do you explain to a kid that somebody doesn't hate you when you know in fact they don't? It's the fact that they hate you. So what other way to do it but to get at somebody you know that you love or somebody you're close to or a friend you're with? We'll just take it out on them. So, you know, and that was my big stink about the whole thing was you're messing with my grandchild. You don't like the way I look. You don't like that I do videos in bed. You don't like that I wear a gown. Well, you know what? Come over and help me exercise and get my legs back so I can walk. And then you don't have to worry about seeing me in this situation. If you ain't got nothing constructive to say or do or to add to enhance your life or my life, then don't waste your time. You know, Josie said something about if you don't like what I'm doing, whatever, don't watch. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't like what I'm saying or what I'm doing, unsub, man. Unsub and block me, you know, and or just unsub me and let me know, hey, I unsubbed. Because it doesn't bother me. You know, it doesn't bother me a bit. I mean, I'm meeting new people, I'm watching new videos, I'm learning new stuff. I'm thinking of doing some other things in a different with a different channel. I mean, and it's only because of that. The only reason that's coming about is because of what else I'm watching and what I'm learning from other creators. You know, just because you don't like who they are or what they've said to a friend or what they might have done to you, man, that's pretty piss poor. You know, you're supposed to be grown up. Trust me, man, I don't waste my time going around giving anybody a thumbs down. I don't waste my energy on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I like your content, I go over, I've been subbing to a lot of guys. I go over, I watch their video and I watch it through. And if I'm okay with the content, but I'm not sure I'm going to watch it all the time, I stay subbed. I just uncheck the bell. Then maybe there's one that I had unchecked and I go and I watch and I say, oh, I like that video. Oh, I really, and I check another video. And then after I've gotten about 3 or 4 videos under my belt and I'm going like, hey, I like this creator. Well, I'm already subbed to him. Well, I'll like whatever the video is. I'll give them the comment if it touched me. I'll do that. But I'll always go up and click the bell because now I'm saying like, I want to see what they got to say. I mean, that's what these tools are for. They're not for bashing anybody over the head. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Anita
You know?
said it's not a safe world regardless of what we do, which is correct. And that Lily loves doing YouTube, then she should continue to show her creativity. And thank you for saying that, Anita, because I'm not going to hold my kid back at all. So there's several kids on YouTube. She wanted to do it after watching one. There was one channel that she just kept watching over and over and over. And of course, it was driving me nuts. But she's like, I want to be like this YouTuber, like this girl, which is close to her age. And, you know, like I said, I was like, no. But then they talked me into it, and I didn't want to hold her back. And I think she's going to go places. Is it going to take her some time? Yes. But I think she's going to go places, whether it's YouTube or in the outside world. She's very intelligent. She's very smart. And she's learning about reselling. She's learning about jewelry. I won't put it past her if she has her own business before she's even out of high school, the way she's going. So I don't know. I think she's doing good, and I'm going to back her.
You know, Vanessa made a good point. She says, Mike, there are people right here, right now that talk bad on their videos and do exactly what you say they shouldn't. You know what? I don't know how to answer that, Vanessa, but I can tell you this. If anybody that's a sub of mine or anybody comes by my video and I'm saying something that you don't like, make a comment. Or I got the Ask Mike at yahoo.com up there. I got that email. Of course, I've been now subscribed to cruising channels for cruises and all kinds of stuff because I put the email out there, but I'm glad I did that. But it's a place to get a hold of me, or you can send me a direct message through Instagram, or use that email, or if we're friends on Facebook, man, send me a message and say, hey, Mike, I think you screwed up. Okay, how did I screw up? Show me where. Take me to the point in the video where I did it so I'll know, because sometimes I get into the heat of things. And we all have a brain fart, right? I mean, we all kind of get off track. We kind of get all off script. I mean, I don't even script any of this. This is all on the fly. I never write anything down. I never use an outline. And I know they say you should look more professional. Man, if I want to look more professional, don't you think that I wouldn't be in this room like I'd be wearing a suit and a tie and looking all dapper and trying to be that that cool guy? No, man, I am who I am. But I would appreciate the feedback. At least let me know if I'm screwing up. Let me know if I've done something wrong or I've said something that doesn't quite fit right. Let's work through it. I mean, and that's what it's all about. And I really think that's what the thumbs up and the thumbs down was supposed to be. But I think when you did the thumbs down, it was supposed to, I would have thought the person would have said, hey, man, I gave you a thumbs down because here's what I think was wrong with what you created, or here's what I think was wrong with what you said. But because we're behind screens, it's just easier to, do it the one way, or create a whole bunch of accounts, create a whole bunch of accounts that go out and wreak havoc. And I mean, and I don't only just see it here on YouTube. I mean, I know it's happening on Twitter. I know it's happening for sure on Facebook. People got 10, 15, 20 accounts, and they go around sprinkling their little hate and the little troll crap all over the place. And they think that they're one up on everybody. And the thing is it's, they're just showing their butt. And so let me see. Susan Gill says, wow. She says, Mike, I am 72 years old. I worked in the public since age 13. The world has changed so much. Mm-hmm. All you can do is teach her right from wrong and help her to understand that there are bad people out there. Exactly. And that's, my dad told me when I was growing up, when I went to go join the service, he said, hey, look, when I joined the Air Force in 75, he said, hey, look, son, I did the best. Your mom and I did the best that we could. And I looked at him like, I thought he was going to give me some money, for the trip. I was waiting, well, best you could. Maybe I'm going to get $50 or $100, or something. That's what I thought I was going to get. And he said, we did our best and he stuck his hand out to shake, and I thought there was going to be money in it. I took his hand and he says, we tried our best at raising you well, teaching you right from wrong. Good luck. I mean, that's what I learned when I was 18 years old. Here I was thinking I was getting some cash, and my dad was passing down to me something that I hadn't even thought about. And when I reached that age where I started having kids, and then I had a grandkid, and all this is going on, I'm realizing my dad was right. He did try to prepare me. That's why I'm involved. That's why, as Susan says, I try to teach Lily, try to teach her the right from wrong, try to help her out with that. I know her mom and dad do a great job. That's like what I try to do with my kids. I know my brother's done that with his kids, and his kids have done it with their kids. Mama Chelly and my dad, Papa Chelly, I guess you would say, they did a great job at instilling in us certain things, and we pass those down, and you hope that your kids pass those down to their kids. And then you hope that when you do that, that's what kind of changes the world a little bit. You don't, it's just, I mean, you see how the subject has gone from somebody giving my grandchild a thumbs down to, and then people who, hate me and take the retaliation mode, to now we're talking about how do we make it better for our young ones so that they can go ahead and they can enjoy what's going on. They can use the technology and just prepare them,
That's Pusa Studios brought up a good comment. Feedback is fine. That's what the comment section is for. But for mobs and bots, the dislike button is the weapon of choice. And it's just like the speaking of the tongue. how I'm looking at it at this point. I don't know if that makes sense. Really, half the time I don't make sense. So, I mean, but
Yeah.
I mean, it is a weapon of the choice. And it, like I said, it was way different back in, I say back in the day. 2013 is not that far away, but long ago. But I used to get the comments in there saying I had one guy, and he's still in my block list, that said, and I'm going to say a bad word, but told me to drink bleach and die, bitch, in my comments underneath my video. Well, apparently I didn't drink bleach and I'm not dead. So I had another girl tell me, you need to get rid of your unibrow and shave your mustache off. I mean, so,
Well,
and
I told you to shave your mustache.
well, that's different. But what I'm saying is, if they used to leave the nasty comments like that, but not put I would not have a thumbs down on that video. So now that retaliation wise, now it's just thumbs down. I'd rather you leave me a comment and tell me that I'm a stupid bitch, or, you know, go jump off a cliff or something. At least I know what you're thinking, you know. But that's how I feel. Like, to me, it doesn't really bother me none. It just means you're coming and you're checking out my video. Apparently you want to see my haul video, so I mean.
Yeah, Peaches, you can delete comments. You can delete them, or you can hide them, or you can set up your or I think it's already, I think you can set it up in your back end part there of your channel, your studio. But I know that when I get some, it'll put like likely okay or whatever, likely spam or spam. And then I go through and I read them, and if I think the comment is a spam, then I delete it, or like they're promoting another channel on my channel without me asking them or allowing them to, then I delete it. Or if it's just downright nasty, I delete it, and it never even makes it to the light of day. At one time, I did try to leave when I first started out. There was people that would post some things, and you'll find out, depending on how strong your community is, if you get somebody that comes in, they got the nads to come in and post a nasty comment, you can, if you leave it, you'll find out how true your community is, because they'll come in and they'll surround around that person, and they'll just not let him see the light of day as far as making another comment, because they'll always be on it. But instead of doing that, I just as soon let YouTube kind of pull them out on their own. And but I still read all the comments. I still go through and see, and that's the thing that you guys, a little bit of advice on your channels. If you start putting out a lot of content, sometimes you get backed up, or maybe there's a health issue that comes like up with me. Oh, God, I had like gobs and gobs and gobs of comments on videos. And because I was laid up for those 2 months and I didn't even get on the computer, I didn't even know it. And then when I got here and I started watching a few other creators that were talking about how to advance your channel, you know, you got to use social media to share, you got to do this, you got to do that. But the key thing was comments, was replying to the comments. When somebody makes a comment, you reply. You know, you either give it a thumbs up, you liked it, or you heart it, and you comment, you reply back. And I think you get more traction with YouTube when you have the engagement between conversation than the thumbs up, thumbs down. I mean, I think it's I think the combination is more. And don't take my word for it, because I'm not an algorithm person at all. It's just things that I've been watching, and I've spent a lot of. I mean, it's like I got nowhere to go. So what do? I lay here all day. I put YouTube on the television. I work and I watch and I listen. And the thing I'm picking up the most, it seems to be, is the quality of the video for the viewer duration. So if you can keep them on for 3 minutes or more, and the engagement in a conversation. Are you communicating back and forth? Because I think that's the engagement that they're looking at. I don't think it matters so much about the thumbs up and the thumbs down. The only reason I made such a big stink about it was I saw an issue, because in my video, up from my beginning time in 2016, or when I started the videos, I got my share, I got one here, got one there. It wasn't a big deal. And then as I grew in the reseller community with more subs and me subbing to more people, and as things happen, when I got to one video that I did, there was no thumbs up, no thumbs down in that video. And after that point, boom, it's like constantly. Every video I put out, doesn't matter who I'm with, what I'm doing, what I'm saying. I could just go ahead. I could probably just take a shot of the flag behind here, put it up and just let it run and play some nice, pleasant, therapeutic music, and that would probably get at least 2 thumbs down. And I don't think it's because it would be the content. I think it's because of the person and the person you don't like watching. PSU UA Studio says the thumbs up, thumbs down was okay back when YouTube was a gentleman's sport. Yep. Now it's a Facebook mentality. It has lost its purpose. I agree. And I can't remember I've got the video somewhere. I think I saved it in the watch list. There's a guy that did a video about the protest, and I learned that from PUSA Studios. I learned that from them about this protest, about the thumbs up, thumbs down. So, but I had put that in the back of my mind, and it was back there, and then it came back up when the Lily thing. And I'm thinking, hey, this is if they're not going to remove it, then just hide it. If you have a video that's got, like that one guy I watched that had 50 thumbs up and 235 or 237 thumbs down, come on, man. That's a bot, or they're buying them. Like you can buy YouTube subs, you can buy likes, you can buy thumbs down, you can buy comments, you can buy views. I mean, they're not real views, but I don't know how they register. But you can buy them. Go look on eBay. They're there. Nobody's organically growing anything anymore. And it's a world of, it's instant. I want it now. So what do? You go and you buy it. Instead of, I enjoy watching the videos of the gardening ones with the mom and the little kids out there, and they're picking and learning about bugs. I like that. I give them a thumbs up. I comment. Reminds me of when I had my garden at Berkshire Air Force Base. Remember?
Yep.
And we used to go out there. She'd help me pick the broccoli and pick the Brussels sprouts and do all this, and she'd help me kill bugs and worms and things. And I mean, and it got them involved, Or I watched the fishing one with the little kid that's caught his first fish. I mean, Angie, remember when we used to go fishing? I mean, and those things trigger something off in my brain, and it goes, wow, I remember a good time, and I post something, and I'm hoping that my good comment and my thumbs, not so much the thumbs up, but my comment, because I'll get an engagement back, and then I engage back, and then they come back, and I think that YouTube looks at that more, and that's where I would spend more of my time, and just go ahead and change your views if you really just don't want to have to look at the numbers. You're going to see them in the back end anyway. But me, I want to steal their thunder. I want to knock the wind out of their sails. So like I said before, troll warning. Come and hate me all you want. Click that dislike button, because ain't nobody going to see what the hell you're doing anyway. They're not going to see your dirty work. I'll see it. YouTube will see it. YouTube will just help rank me up there because I have positive engagement. People, that's a good one there. PSA Studio said, people who used to write the page-long rant, brainless rant, learned they could come here, turn on a phone and do it for hours. Very toxic and non-creator. Just a mess. It is. Guys, there's a lot of good creators out here, and they're getting a bum rap. And I'm not going to mention any names, but there's just one guy I watch. And, when I was watching him, I was wondering, I thought, well, maybe there's something wrong. What's wrong with this? Why is he getting these thumbs down? This one video I'm watching, and I couldn't figure it out. And he had a little bit of slow speech or whatever. And then I went and I looked at the back. I read the about page. Maybe you should start reading about pages. This guy's a veteran, man. He got blown up by, what do they call them, IEDs. He got hit with one of those things over there, fighting over there in that sandbox. Yeah, and I know I said that it's going to offend people. Oh, I'm a veteran, and I'll tell you what. I stick with my brothers and sisters through thick and thin. They can say some pretty stupid things. They can do some stupid stuff, but they're still my brother and my sister. I'm retired Air Force. They're veteran. I'm a veteran, and I stick together with them no matter what. I don't care what their color is. I don't care where they came from. I don't care what they've done or what they say, what they do. They're a vet, and that's the next one. If it ain't the kid, it's the veteran getting pounded, and it just comes down the line. Then you can just pick it any way you want. Well, it's the large girl, it's the too thin girl, it's the guy with the mohawk, or the guy with too many tattoos on his face, or it's this, or it's that, and it never ends. God, I didn't want to rant like this, but it's got me so pissed right now. And it all stemmed from that one thumb down and that one question from Lily. And she's more better with it. And I'm getting better with dealing with it now because I found that little way to do that. But at least my granddaughter rebounded from it faster than I did. And I'm proud of her for that.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm just reading the chat, and Helen said, I'm going to binge watch Lily's channel and give her thumbs up on everyone. Go, hashtag go Lily, you rock, girl.
And here's the other one from PSA Studios. Great to see others who want better for this platform. It can be a good place on here. Just need to respect and return each other. Man, that's all it is. Look, if you can hate me all you want, just respect what I'm doing for that other people like. If you don't like it, it's like it's like my kids when they were my daughter and my son when they were little. If they were watching something on television when I walked in from work, from a hard day, doing some hard work, and I came in and I saw what they were watching and I was like, "What is that?" And then they're watching. I'm like, "No." I go over and I turn the channel, or what would I do, Angel? Or I turn it off and I'd hand you and your brother a book and I'd say, "Here, read." Because I didn't want them watching that garbage. Well, if you don't like watching what I'm putting out, change the channel. I think Josie said that. Change the channel. I mean, my God, it's a click. You don't know how to work your trackpad or your mouse? I'll do a video to show you if you want. I can put up a how-to video. Just let me know. Leave the comments down there. And Colt 49er says, Rollin smoking, drinking whiskey, and smoking a big cigar in a profile pic. Well, I wasn't drinking a whiskey. That sour face actually came from, because I got asked that question, why the cigar? I was looking for a certain brand, and that was ooh, this cigar is horrible look. So I decided to keep that, and that's been my tag for like Facebook and everywhere. But, and Selena says, I just want peace is all. You guys, late at night, when you got nothing else to do, if you don't have to get up and it's on a weekend, what I do is I roam YouTube, man. I roam YouTube. I mean, I got a lot of channels that I got live, and I got a lot of channels that I watch that are live. When they go on live, I just bounce from channel to channel, and I listen to what people say and what people do. And you'll learn a lot about people. Tell me the thing of what's with the self-promotion shade. I don't understand shade. You mean about the not self-promoting? Well, I haven't said anything about anybody going. And what it is in the videos, it used to be I'd let anybody just go ahead and put up what they want, go ahead and promote your stuff and all. And I wanted to save that like toward the end and let everybody do their promotion at the end. And we've got new people. I've got new subs too that don't understand how that works. They don't understand how that works. So, we let them know that because I try not to go in and do the same thing. Sometimes I slip and I get spanked for it. I get spanked for doing some self-promotion when I shouldn't be doing that in the host channel until they say, has anybody got anything they want to post up? You got anything you want to say? Got anything you're going to do? You got any videos you're putting up? What are you doing? And that's basically why we're doing it. Because I've got my sub count's been increasing because I step outside the box. And I got my Facebook page now. I'm starting to use Twitter more. I'm going to start vamping up Instagram, and I'm starting to get people in that are new, and so we want them to know, offhand. And down here, just before I get ready to end, because we got the MSP auction tonight. I'm going to promote that. KatyTrader is on. So we want to make sure that we get out of here early enough so we don't interfere with Dwayne's channel. Guess the studio says 1,000% agree. Rollin Picker, I know I'm not for everyone, and I'm more than okay with that. Don't like, move on. There is a billion plus channels out there. Don't be miserable with me. Be happy with others. He's right. There's a billion out there, man. There's millions and millions and millions. And there's entertaining channels. There's educational channels. There's people going out. No, it wasn't a Cuban Colt 49ers. It was a Gurkha. I can't remember what it was. It was one of the stubbies, but it was a Gurkha, and I usually like Gurkha, and it was a horrible cigar. So that's basically why we're doing what we're doing. So anyway, that's it. I have my rant. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. So wait a minute, what's going on here? People. Oh yeah, she's right. People thumbs down cancer patients and pray videos. Doesn't mean a thing. Yeah, I don't know why you would thumbs down a cancer patient and prayer videos. That makes no sense unless you're either an atheist or you just hate somebody. I mean, I don't get it. That's right. I don't get that. And Selena, she says, I find things for everyone to do to fellowship with each other and support each other. Hey, you know what? I'm stuck. And I appreciate that when Selena does that, or I appreciate it when I go watch what PSU Studios puts out, or anybody else that I'm mentioning here, like TriStar Travelers, who I got the cap from JJ. By the way, go over to TriStar Travelers and pick up your baseball cap, coffee mug, or barbecue apron. They're all available with fast shipping. That's what it's all about. And I go there to learn something from Selena, or I go over here to this person to learn something from them, and it's just a fellowship because I'm stuck. I got nowhere to go. Not like I can just pick up and get in the car, and say, hey, I'll see you later. You guys want a burger? I'll go through the drive-through for you. Not like I can do that, So my outlet, my outer world now is on a 40-inch screen. That's my outlet. That's where I go see when TriStar Travelers is driving through Illinois, or they're going through Florida, or they're driving through this cave. They drove through this cave. This one video I watched, they drove through this cave. I mean, I'm getting to see places and I've traveled a lot in my 20 years in the military, but I'm seeing places here in the U.S. that I ain't never seen before. And so I consider that like a socialization. That's like, I'm going to say, raising 7 munchkins. I found him. They're in England, and he's got 7 munchkins, 7 kids. Mm-hmm. And the video I fell on. First of all, I was intrigued with the name, and the video I fell on was him, Dad, making an apple pie. And I thought, man, that reminded me when I was stationed in England. I was stationed at RAF Welford, bomb dump there, and we lived there for 3 years. My daughter was born in Texas. My son was born at Oxford, John Radcliffe in Oxford. And Angie, though, by the time she grew up, when we got to South Carolina, she had an English accent. People thought she was adopted.
They still did.
They didn't think that she was my kid because she had this accent, and she used to talk British. I can't do it, but she used to sound like a little British girl. And everybody thought, did you adopt her when you were over in England? No. She's a Texan by birth. She just grew up there. Ray wasn't speaking yet, so he didn't develop that. He didn't have that. He didn't have that accent. But when I saw their videos, I could connect. See, and that's what I'm talking about, going outside the box. I can connect with that family because I lived in England, and it brings back memories. And most of the people that I watch, whether it's the marketing ones or how to do more on YouTube or how to get better, because when I broke my shoulder, my right shoulder, and I couldn't work, I had to learn a trade. So I learned how to market or how to do search engine optimization and things like that. And I was self-taught. So, I can relate to those. I can relate to the channels that play the old rock and roll that played when I was in the 60s and 70s. I mean, and that's the thing. And Raising 7 Munchkin says, I wish I had a Canadian accent. No, brother, keep the accent you got, because I love the English accent and I love the Australian accent.
I was reading Sonia's comment. She goes, "You couldn't deny her if you wanted. She looks just like you."
Yeah, that's true.
I
That's true.
have a good mixture because if I'm standing next to my dad, I look like my dad. If I'm standing next to my mom, I look like my mom. Um,
And you got Mama Chelly's mustache.
I, so I have a good mixture, but I'm just like my dad. I'm hard-headed. We butt heads. That's the Italian in me. But I'm just like, even my mom will tell you, you're just like your father. And that's exactly how she sounds. And you know what? I don't have a problem with that. I am blessed to have him as my father. He's taught me right from wrong, good from bad. He brought me back to my Heavenly Father. I mean, so I couldn't have asked for a better father. He's awesome. I know he likes to buy me things. But
yeah,
you
the
know,
house is proof of that. It's all in boxes.
But it doesn't matter. The material things don't matter, you know. So I don't know. I just say that was funny. I'm a spitting image of you. That's like when Lily was born, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, she looks so much like JW," because his nickname back then he went by JW, and I'm like, "Yeah, there's no denying." And he was like, "No, she ain't mine. I'm going on Maury Povich. That child is not mine." I'm like, "You want to go on Maury Povich and look like a dumbass? Go for it. It won't bother me none." So,
You know, Susan has got a very good point here, and I think I'm going to end this show on this. She says, all of you who can get up and go, thank the good Lord.
mm-hmm.
Try it sometime where you have nothing better to do. Rules, though, you must call someone if you need to go to the bathroom and more. I think that's well said.
Yeah.
I think that makes the point of this whole mess. And it's usually the ones that don't consider the other person's situation that are the meanest. And she's right. Um, Man, give thanks you can get up and walk and go get a cheeseburger, or you can drive your car, or you can get up and take a whiz. Because I'm telling you what, I'd give anything just to be able to walk 4 steps and sit in a chair. I don't have to walk down the hallway. I just want 4 steps. That's all I want. 4 steps. So I can get in my wheelchair on my own, go do my thing, and then get up and 4 steps to get in the bed. That's all I want. 4 steps. I don't need any more of that. I want to be able to stand up, get in the car myself so Angie doesn't have to pick me up or James doesn't have to pick me up. You know, when you can't move, try laying in bed and let somebody change the sheets while you're laying in bed and watch how fast they become disgruntled with it. But they do it though. The good ones do it. I got much respect for you too, USA Studios. You guys rock, man. I love you and your wife. I love you guys' channel. I love you guys. Um, you know, so with all this said, I think I'm going to end this here because I want everybody to be able to go get their dinner, get a full belly, because the MSP auction is coming. Before I go, though, I want to give you guys 5 minutes. You got anything you want to plug? Put it in the chat so that when this thing reloads, people can come back and watch. And I'll go ahead and I'll read it out. If you've got anything coming up, I don't know. I don't have anything happening the rest of this week. I know. I think Dia is in Immortal Alagas. I have her on auction Friday on the 8th. I have no guest for Saturday, but I'm going to talk about a subject that I am just seeing tons and tons and tons of videos on. But the problem is, I did videos long ago about it when it was the big you shouldn't do it. And I did a bunch of videos on it, and I've been very successful. So I may be doing that instead. And I don't think if James has a writing thing or going on, maybe he'll come on and pop on because I think he's had some local sales lately. So I want to find out about the local sales and if he's had any curb pickups because he's been doing that too. Angie, you got anything coming up? Any videos coming up?
I have I should have a Walmart haul posted up with a bunch of like clearance items. And then I also have my lives on Thursday for diamond painting and chit chat. Y'all just come in, chit chat, have a good time. It's a relaxing time. It's what de-stress, I guess you can say. We'll de-stress. We laugh. We just have a good time. Talk about everything. If you are wanting to come in and diamond paint, I'll be starting that up as well, where you can come in and we'll click on each other for a couple of minutes and watch diamond paint. So it's not just me you're watching other people who are coming into this craft and who like this or love this craft as much as I do. So look for that. It's Thursdays. It's every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. So yeah, that's about it. I was just showing Bella because I was going to have Bella put everybody in a good mood because everybody loves her.
Yeah, well, I do want to say if the diamond painting doesn't work for you to calm you down, there's always Quaaludes. So, that'll work. But you guys get your stuff in. I'm going to put in here one more time. Go check out TriStarTravelers channel. Show JJ some love. Check out his store. I'm not telling you to buy anything, but hey, man, he's got some cool stuff. And if you find something you like, let's support the little guy, huh? Because he's a young entrepreneur. He's trying to make his way. Anybody else got anything? Anybody going to be doing anything? Going to give you guys a couple more minutes here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to blow out of here. Oh, Angie, Mike, I definitely know what decade you partied in. I can't remember that decade. If I had somebody tell me, do you remember the 60s? Well, yeah, because I was like little. But then when they go, do you remember any of the 70s? And I can say not much. Not much. That was when I was in my prime. Mike, do you have hair? Yes, I have hair. I'm growing it out. I'm growing it out. Yeah, Thelma, you want to promote something? Promote it. Yes, it's allowed now. Ludes, that's right. That's right, Angie. Ludes, baby. Ludes. The Quaaludes. That and Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill, Apple Hill, TJ Swan. Yeah, KatyTrader, I'm trying to look like you. Darn hippie. Yep. That's right, Becca Benz, the hippie. No, actually, I'm an old man and I can get away with it.
No, James is in a bet right now. So that's the reason why he has long hair. So he is in a bet. And his bet, if y'all haven't heard in some of the videos, the reason why he's growing out his hair, he's not growing out his hair until 2020. So he can get his motorcycle, any motorcycle he wants. I'm allowing him to do it as long as he does not cut his hair until January 1st of 2020. So,
hey, Dwayne, you're in here now. Dwayne, can you pop your link in for your auction, please? Because we've got some new people. We've got some new people in here, and I want them to come over and check out your auction. And he said, Mad Dog, yeah, I remember MD 2020. Whoo, dog. That was
2020 that was up. I don't know. So
Becca Benz. Ooh, I remember 2020 days. Well, some of them.
Dawn said she's eating a Cajun muffalata. Oh my gosh, those are so good. My uncle Mike Phi can make a muffalata. Oh my goodness.
Okay, nobody got any channels they want to promote or anything? Well, you know what? I'll address that with Thelma real quick. The reason that we don't allow the self-promotion is, I think I learned that from your video. You didn't like people putting links into your video. I'm going to just tell you right now, you didn't like people putting links into their video of them self-promoting because it took them off of your channel. So I'm just basically copying what you're doing. And now I'm allowing it because we're at the end of the video. So you can promote away or don't. That's your call. So there. Now see, I'm visible, and that's how you do it. I ain't gonna go and give her a thumbs down. Ain't no reason for it. I told her why I'm doing it, and that's why I'm doing it. And so I hope that answers the question. All right, Michael Moss. No guy calls me Cupcake. We've already gone through that. I know you're Diaz. I know you're Diaz's husband. I know you're my brother from another mother. But we're not going to allow that anymore. Okay? And if you had a blue wrench, I would be taking it away from you. Is there anything else? Night train, you're good until you get to the light. Then the train runs over you. Yes, exactly. All right. Well, guys, I think that's going to be it. So anyway, be on the lookout for Friday's auction. Be on the lookout for diamond painting. Be on the lookout for another chew in the fat. And I might do another shout out since I don't have anybody lined up. So y'all go get something to eat. Get over to MSP Auction. Support Dwayne and Heather. They work very hard to keep that channel going and to bring in some new blood. I mean, did I say new blood? I meant new people to auction stuff and new buyers. Or was the buyers considered new blood? But anyway, get on over there and support them. All right, guys? And I want to thank you all for coming. I want God to bless you all, give you much success, great health, happy life, happy kids. Just give it to you a Boaz blessing. That's a double portion of everything. And with that said, guys, I'm going to see you all in the next video. So I'm going to say Rollin Picker out. Angie?
I'm out with you.
All righty. We'll see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.